3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, here we go. Now, ladies and gentlemen, if I could please have your attention for a moment. I would like you to please give a warm welcome and a cracking round of applause to the godfather of snow polo, St. Moritz. Give it up for Mr. Reto Gaudenzi!
Thank you very much, Jan-Erik, and I want to give you the same thing back. A big, big hand for the voice of polo, Jan-Erik Frank.
Thank you!
And his counterpart for this weekend, John, that is from Polo Line. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome again here to St. Moritz. We are very happy to have you. As you can see, we have a perfect polo field. Unfortunately, it is not very, very perfect to play a full game on. Let me explain to you why. We had perfect conditions until a few days ago. We had minus 20 degrees, and then the weather really dramatically changed. We had a weather change from almost 30 degrees. We went from -2 to +12. And this is something phenomenally that we have not seen here. And this is the words of the guys from the Swiss weather television station. It's very, very rare. So the whole polo field actually melted. It looks very good now, but it's not safe to play a full game on. The lake is very safe. Just to be very clear, we have 50 centimeters of ice, so you can eat as much as you want. Don't worry. So I'm very sorry we can only have a limited program for you today, but I do hope you enjoy it. And please, now, we are very proud to be Swiss, and we are very, very proud that you are here with us this weekend in St. Moritz. And we would like to ask you to please rise for the Swiss national anthem.
Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. Round of applause, if you please. Once again, a warm welcome to you all. Let's give it up for the two teams out there in the white shirts, Team FlexJet and in green. And I know they've got a big crew of supporters, the Kustnacht practice. We are going to start from left to right, ladies and gentlemen, all the way from Wellington, Florida. They call him the Cobra. He is the captain, Mr. Mark Gansey. At number 2, also from Wellington, Florida, making his debut, give it up for Santos Bolini. At number 3, from the Argentine, playing off 6 goals, Se Bol Dia to Marti Oregui. And at number 4, ladies and gentlemen, the heartthrob, the man who can, Mr. Nick Roldan.
Now let's hear it in the green, the best supported team on day 1, the Kustnacht practice at number 1, the team captain Eduardo Guregui. Playing at number 2, the young player from England, Hugo Taylor. Playing at number 3, the Italian-Argentine Gonzalo Ferrari. And finally, at the back from England, Argentina, Nico San Roman.
Now remember, ladies and gentlemen, this is a very important game. This is the first major semi-final of the tournament. The winner of this penalty shootout will go through to tomorrow's final. So, a lot at stake here. We wish both the teams all the best of luck. And we'd like to also welcome everybody over on the far side. Great to see so many of you with us here this afternoon. And remember, don't be shy. Make some noise, whatever you see out there, whatever team you want to support. Please don't hold back. We are here to celebrate the 39th edition of the Snow Polo World Cup 2024. John, are you excited?
I could not be more excited. The second game of the day, the first of our two semi-finals. The stakes could not be any higher.
So who is going to be the first to step up to the plate? It looks like it will be FlexJet. And as I said, a very good afternoon to Mr. Tom Avil, the Executive Director and Marketing Developer for FlexJet. We wish you and your team all the very best of luck. And of course, Eduardo Greggi, the CEO, the Chief Executive Officer, out there as the captain on the #1 pony there, of course. Now, who is going to be the first?
So Santos Bellini, he will be the first player to take up here in the first semi-final. The second game of the day, we saw some amazing penalties in that first game. Welcome back as well, live online, pololine.tv, bringing you all of these games exclusively live here as Santos Bellini steps up 30 yards out.
Hang on, that might... Oh, it's hit the post. Unlucky Santos. Never mind, guys. Give him a little round of applause. He needs all the support. All the players need all the support they can get.
Another one bites the dust.
But he's going to get another chance.
He will get another chance. That miss, it won't faze him. One of the top young up-and-coming players in the world, his father, Juan Bellini, one of the most recognized names in world polo. Santos steps up. Santos with the second of his penalty. It's looking good. Let's hear it for the first goal of our opening semi-final. Santos Bellini.
Well done, Santos. So, 1 goal in the lead. Now then, who will be the first player? And of course, there's always a very nerve-wracking situation being the first to go up and take the first penalty for your team. And we will tell you exactly who that man is once we see the back of his shirt. And we think, yes, you're absolutely right, the young Englishman, Hugo Taylor, will take his first shot. Now, he's a dear friend of yours, I know. Do you think he's going to have the nerves to see this one through, John?
I think he's going to slot this one right through the middle of the goal. He's going to step up confidently. He knows he's got the support of the crowd who are going to cheer as soon as this one goes in. Hugo Taylor. It's Taylor. Oh, it's a confident swing, but it's just gone wide to the left.
Another one bites the dust.
Well,
Another one bites the dust.
pressure. That's just pressure. But he's going to get a second crack at this. Ollie Ellis there, chief umpire, just playing him the ball. Here we go then. Attempt number 2 for Hugo Taylor.
A round of applause was held from the first one. Can he bring it now? His second penalty. Hugo Taylor steps up. It's got the colours inside. Let's hear it. The Kushner practice. Hugo Taylor has their name on the board. Yeah, we are tied after 1 round of penalties each.
So, there we have it. And yes, the Kusnacht fans, there were busloads of them that were blocking up the entry into the Engadine Valley. Great to see so many of you here this afternoon. Make some noise, Kusnacht, come on! Thank you. And now, revving up that engine at FlexJet. Number 3, Martin Jauregui, the Argentine 6-goaler. And as I said, very important, this is the semi-final. Jauregui takes a swing, nicely done, ladies and gentlemen. Nanjing pick up their second goal of this penalty shootout, and even if it's only briefly, will take the lead with 2 goals to 1.
All these players, they are just looking that bit more comfortable today, taking these penalties. We've seen all sides. You saw Matt's chart. He just walked out for the ball and hit it with no word of warning when he was taking them. Heregi here takes slightly different tactic. He will take a little bit of a circle round. And if Flex Check can get this one, it will begin to mount the pressure early on the team in green, the supported, the Kushnap practice. So Martin Heregi. Steps up, half swing, it's looking straight. Has it got the distance? Yes, it does. So Flex Jet, 3-1, they lead.
So he'll be happy with that. Back-to-back scores for the man with the number 3 on his shirt. And as you rightly said, John, that puts them with a little mini break in front, 3 goals to 1. And you can see the player coming out there with the number 4, Nico San Roman. Very particular which ball he wants. He said, I want that red one. And he got that one red one. Because, you know, I don't know if you know, well, you know that, but I don't know if the audience know, but polo players are probably the most superstitious sportsmen of any sport.
He's worn the same socks for the last 4 days, and as it rolls, it's getting close, it's going. Is it the lucky socks? Yes, it is! Let's hear it, Nico San Roman, come on!
You know what, I'll tell you what, this is no word of a lie. I saw Nico up here this morning at 6 o'clock and he was practicing exactly that shot here this morning.
And he would tell you every single one. Good friend of yours, of course, every single one just rolled inches over its line.
Yeah.
That's all it's got to do.
Yeah. So, but can he make it 2 out of 2 or is he a one-hit wonder? Vamos, Nico. Oh, hello, hello, hello. Where's that going to go? Where's that? Oh, hang on, hang on, hang on, hang on, hang on. I don't believe it.
Just like we said, every single one this morning at 6 a.m. was an inch over the line. That's all that counts, isn't it, Jan-Erik?
Do you know what? Just out of curiosity, I like to see him take another one to see if he can make that happen 3 times in a row. Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for Nico San Roman. Right, ooch, 3 goals apiece. Who is going to be the next player up to take the next penalty? And ladies and gentlemen, let me remind you, after this game, of course, we will again have a prize presentation. Don't be shy, please. We'd love to welcome you just beyond the Tower of Power to the right of the media tent. Please join us for the prize presentation of this semi-final right after the game.
So FlexJet pegged back a little bit, but they come again, and it is going to be Mark Ganzi, as you label him, Jan-Erik, the Cobra, coming up, his turn. Now, can he match what Nico San Roman did and get 2 out of 2? We will see. Ganzi, confident, but it's wide to the right-hand side. Freddie Mercury.
Another one bites the dust.
And another one gone, another one gone, another one bites the dust. Come on, you can all sing along. So, 1 down, 1 to go. Very critical. He wants that other red ball. That one in the middle there. No, not that one, it's too red. Oh, he's happy now. This is where that superstition comes into play. So, shot number 2 for the Cobra.
He was out there before signing his favorite balls, so he knows exactly which ones he wants as he steps up. This was the magic one when he was out practicing. I'm not sure it was 6 a.m., but he was out here pretty early. Looking to make sure FlexJet have a little bit of wind in their sails.
Here we go. Good luck, Mark.
Through the goalpost, it is Ganzi.
Give it up, ladies and gentlemen, for the Cobra. Come on, if you're here for FlexJet, make some noise. The Cobra gets his fangs out and puts his team in the lead by 4 goals to 3. Whew. I think I might need a little lie down. Now then, who is the next man on the field. Player with the number 1. Well, he's a bit of a crowd favorite, ladies and gentlemen. It is the captain. Give it up for Eduardo Greggi. Come on. Here we go then. Paciencia, as they would say in Brazil. Paciencia. Here we ¡Qué golazo!
The crowd love it. The crowd are getting going. That was a popular goal here in the grandstand. Eduardo Greggi straight through the goalpost, and what a moment for the man from Brazil. Eduardo Greggi now stepping up. The Kusnap practice just beginning to get the better of the momentum here.
But have you noticed that nearly all the players, they know exactly which ball they want to play? I mean, to me, they all look the same, but clearly some of these balls seem to have a little bit of, he doesn't like the colors, just a shade too red maybe, a shade not red enough. Why not indeed? Listen, if it's going to score, then anything goes.
You don't question a man who puts the ball through the goals like that last one, though. He knows what he's doing as he steps up here.
So, 4-4.
Teeing it up, the chief umpire, he did his little bit of teeing up. Eduardo Greggi said that's not going to do it. It's my turn to put that on the tee, and Eduardo Greggi now stepping up.
Well, I have a feeling that if he puts this one through, the crowd are going to erupt. Hello, bonjour. Bonjour, ladies and gentlemen! Oh yes, the crowd like that one. Eduardo Greggi steps up, makes it look so easy. 2 out of 2 for the Swiss Brazilian. And that puts Kusnap Praxis in the lead by 5 goals to 4. And if I'm not mistaken, that next man should be the man with the number 4 in his shirt. Let's just wait till he turns around. Is it the number 4? Yep, it is, ladies and gentlemen. The heartthrob, one of America's finest, the man who can, Nick Roldan.
Nick Roldan, oh, he just touches that one. Is it going to roll? Yes, it is. Nick Roldan, he turned round before he knew, and he scored the goal for FlexJet, 5 goals apiece.
Well done, Nick. Well done, Nick Roldan. And yeah, he's also particularly didn't like the first ball, taking the second ball now to the middle. Can he also make it 2 out of 2? You can see he's just eyeing up the back line. Play is called. And he makes it look so easy, ladies and gentlemen. Give it up for the one and only Nick Roldan!
So the Kusnap practice coming up again, their highest rated player, Gonzalo Ferrari. Will he repeat the trick of Eduardo Greggi? Nick Roldan just before him. These penalties today looking so confident as the balls go between the goalposts. Remember, a place in the final tomorrow at stake. Ferrari with the penalty, and that is comprehensively through the goal, the Kusnap practice. They want to be going into the end of this first round with a convincing lead, all the momentum. And Gonzalo Ferrari, he's the player to be doing that.
Absolutely, absolutely incredible, the confidence that he has just coming out there. No nonsense, grip it and rip it, and that's what he did. Here we go then, shot on goal number 2. Oh, again, no nonsense, ladies and gentlemen. That is how you do it. Give it up for Gonzalo Ferrari. So, that is the end of the first round, if I'm not mistaken. So all to play for, just one goal in it. And coming out again, I believe that's Mr. Bellini. And as you said, his name, of course, his father's name and the family name synonymous with polo. Good luck then to Santos Bellini. Play is called. Well, that looks pretty straight to me, ladies and gentlemen. Give it up for the youngster. That is Santos Bellini.
Bellini looking confident all the way up to that penalty there. A little bit further back, 50 yards out from the goal. So 7-all. Krishna practice, they had the advantage after the first round of penalties, but it's only narrow. And FlexJet keeping that pressure on. Santos Bellini, he will come round again, his final penalty, unless we potentially go into sudden death.
Oh, another nice swing, and this time, oh, he's just put it wide. Unlucky, but ladies and gentlemen, give him a round of applause. You need a lot of confidence. Well done, Santos. Nothing to be ashamed of. Still all to play for. 7 goals apiece here in this, the second round of our penalty shootout between, once again, if you've just joined us, the team in the white shirts. That is FlexJet, and Kusnacht practice, of course, in the green shirts. And the next man up to take his shot on goal, player with the number 2, the Englishman, Hugo Taylor.
So Hugo Taylor stepping back up. He got the first one, missed the second. What can he do here? Young player from England. He's got the chance to really put the Kusnacht practice in control. Ready your hands at the applause if you are supporting the team at green. Hugo Taylor, it looks good from here. Hugo Taylor, let's hear it for Kusnacht practice. Hugo Taylor makes it 8 goals to 7, and he's still got one more to go, and that was pretty good.
That was very, very good. That was definitely top shelf, top draw, whatever you want to call it. So again, and this is what it's all about, being able to cope with the pressure. And the young Englishman here clearly not fazed in the slightest by this incredible crowd at the birthplace of snow polo. 1985, after perseverance by Reto, who had this idea. Perseverance paying dividends, and now this, one of the most prestigious tournaments for any polo player to either try and play or at least watch. And I'm sure a big moment here for Hugo Taylor as he takes his second shot for the Kusnacht practice.
Hugo Taylor, oh, wide to the right hand side. You don't get much closer.
No, we call that a Remington. A very, very close shave indeed. So 8 goals to 7. FlexJet now under a little bit of pressure. Need to make this next one count. But let me just check in with the, well, I'm not quite sure how many of you there are. I'm just going to round it up to 15,000. Samaritz, how are you feeling this afternoon? That's to my right. Over here on the left, anybody home? Over here, anybody? Make some noise on my left here, guys. Come on. Thank you. Thank you. And maybe later on we can all do it together. And on the other side, can you hear me over on the other side? Give us a wave if you can. That's the other side, but never mind. Hello, bonjour, 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 ladies and gentlemen.
So Martin Arregui taking the plaudits from the crowd. He thought all that cheering up there was for him as he stepped up. 8 apiece.
All to play for. And I can only remind you again, please come and join us for the prize presentation of this semi-final right after the game, just behind the Tower of Power. And then, of course, enjoy your lunch and make sure you're back here for 2:30. Hello. Oh! Oh!
I thought it was
Another
coming
one
back.
bites the dust.
So close. We thought it was coming back in. It deflected off the goalpost, stayed in the field of play. So 8 apiece, but the team in white FlexJet having gone first. There's a real chance here for Jan Erik's good friend, a good friend of the commentary box and pololine.tv, bringing all of these games live to you. It is going to be Nico San Roman just stepping up, choosing his bull. And the chanting is starting for right-hand side from those supporters in white. Nico San Roman with the penalty. That one's going to go wide to the right-hand side.
Yeah, you don't see that very often. And you know what it was? He rolled that wrist. That is the thing. You cannot roll the wrist. And Nico was also one of those players who back in the day taught me. We played a lot of arena together, and he kept saying, Jan, don't roll your wrist. And that is something which you are, well, very often prone to do. So come on, Nico, you can make this one count. And there you go, ladies and gentlemen, that's how you do it. Nico, well done, bravo, Nico. Yeah. And you can see, that's so nice, John, to see how the players are feeding off the crowd. You are so important, Sam Moritz, to support these teams indeed. Yes, you really are. Especially that really hot blonde over there in the third row. Really, really. No, the other blonde. All right, all blondes. Now then, back to the Cobra.
Mark Gansey, FlexJet, they really need this one, don't they?
So, a little nod to the polo gods. Getting himself in the zone. Here we go then.
Gansey, it looks good. It's straight through the middle of the goal. He gave that stick a little bit of a twizzle before he came up to it. He just slotted it straight.
Well, I wonder whether or not he gave it a little kiss as well. Just to say, don't let me down now, because again, you know, the players, they have their favorite stick and they have their favorite, their favorite zone that they get into. And this time it all worked out just the way the Cobra wanted it. So he's got one fang in with one goal. Can he now make it 2 out of 2 to put his team into double figures?
You know what, I think he's going to need this because the crowd favorite, the penalty taker, Eduardo Greggy, he's coming up next. So it is going to be Mark Gansey. Spinning it round, kiss to the stick.
Just wants to get it absolutely right. A little bit of a snowflake or a little ice cube. He doesn't want anything hindering and going. He's going through that same ritual. Yeah, just to get I think he's trying to rub it dry so it doesn't slide or slip. So that makes a lot of sense. So here we go then for goal number 2.
It's Gansey. It's wide to the right-hand
Another
side.
one
That was
bites the
close.
dust.
Yeah, another Remington, a very, very close shave. So 9 goals apiece, and now your man coming up, and he can put Kusnacht in the lead. Whoa!
His first 2 he hit, they would have gone through from 80 yards out. So you've got to be confident as he steps up here, Eduardo Greggy, with the support to our right-hand side. Krishna Pratt has a real chance here. Put one foot, you feel, in that final taking place tomorrow.
That would be an incredible achievement. Vine Vidi Vici, they came, they saw, they conquered. But they're not there just yet. So guys, remember, prize presentation right after this semi-final. Join us, please, over on the stage, right next to the media tent. You get a chance to see some of these polo players up close and personal. Some extremely good looking, some not so much. He's definitely one of the good looking ones, is Eduardo.
Eduardo Greggy, no words needed. The crowd made it for you. And 10 goals to 9, Eduardo Greggy. He gets his third, and he really has been the pick of the penalty takers so far today.
And not only that, his execution, cool as a cucumber, and he's waving to his crowd. Come on, give him some love, everybody. Give him some love.
I think he's calling for the same ball again.
Yeah,
as well.
he wants the same ball. He's, well, that's that's double superstitious, that is.
You know what, if you're 100%, roll with it.
Absolutely. If it ain't broke, don't try and fix it. So, goal number 2 on the cards here for Eduardo Greggy.
So he's got to be thinking just as he lines his ball up, just keep doing as he's doing. See the phone's out to my right-hand side, ready to capture this moment, send it go viral.
Oops. Oh. Greggy, oh, slightly put that out to the right-hand side, ladies and gentlemen. Nonetheless, give him a round of applause. He puts his team in the lead by 1, 10 goals to 9. And next up will be, of course, FlexJet.
So Nick Roldan stepping up. He will be the coolest man on the lake right now. Nick Roldan, one of the world's top polo players. He's been in pressure moments before, but this one ranks right up there, needing to score. You'd feel both to put his side in with a chance of being in that final, the big showcase taking place tomorrow on this lake.
And he's another one of those very good-looking polo players, but it's his talent that really is an inspiration to so many players all over the world. Here we go then, Nick Roldan. And that will just go slightly wide. A little bit unlucky there, but he's going to get another chance, of course, to make it 10 goals apiece. Right, here we go then. Come on, Nick. Well, hang on. Oh, he might just go through. Yeah, a little bit unlucky nonetheless. Come on, give him a round of applause. Nick Roldan. So, Kusnacht have a little break in the lead by 10 goals to 9.
This, if my maths are just about up to scratch, this is the Kusnacht practice. They are in at the final tomorrow. The crowd are dancing tomorrow, right? They look happy. We are going to see Gonzalo Ferrari step up. But the Kusnacht practice in green. Let's hear it for them as they come up for their final penalty. The Kusnacht practice, Gonzalo Ferrari stepping up now.
Absolutely nothing to lose. Oh, he's having fun now. He's really enjoying the moment. And that makes it 11 goals to 9. So, What a way to end this second penalty shootout.
And those are two of the best penalties of the tournament, and we have our first finalist of the World Cup. It is the Krishna practice.
Come on, Samaritans, put your hands together. Congratulations, and congratulate with me Captain Eduardo Greggi, Hugo Taylor, Gonzalo Ferrari, and Nico San Roman. Here they are. Right, ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much indeed. Let's give a warm round of applause. Your finalists, thank you, Samaritans. Please, if you would now come and join us. You can see them up close and personal. We have the prize presentation right behind us. Jubilations, celebrations, so please come and join us for the prize presentation. And then on your way to lunch, stop off and see our friends at Endersport. Come and see our friends at Macaj. They are on the lake as well. Endersport, Macaj. Enjoy your lunch. John and I will do the same. 2:30, we expect you back here, bright-eyed and bushy-tailed, for our third and final penalty shootout. St. Moritz taking on Macaj. We'll see you back here at 2:30.
It all starts with a flower. Fill your world with wonder.
So welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, here to Al Habtoor Polo Resort and Club. For our Polo Line viewers and all of you here, of course, at Al Habtoor Polo Resort and Club in Dubai, the United Arab Emirates, for our second match this afternoon on our third day of play in the Silver Cup 2024. And this match is between Habtoor and the UAE. After a really exciting last game, an absolute nail-biter. We're being viewed from all over the world. And a quick shout-out, hopefully she's watching again. And that's Elizabeth Lanui from Hawaii. Very early in the morning there, I believe it is. I think you're on that side of the timeline. And so the two teams out there on the field here at the moment. We do have a substitute cause for the injured Bautista Vejaga. Wishing him the quickest recovery, of course, for his elbow. And he has been substituted by Benja Penelo, who played in that last match and played a storming match indeed. Habtoor, of course, will be hoping he hasn't worn himself out too much before this second game. They start off with a half-goal start, as he has one goal less than Bautista Vejaga. Please do get in touch with us on Facebook. I can shout out very easily and quickly for you on Facebook, hopefully. And let us know where you're tuning in from. A lovely crowd here at Habtoor. We go back here now to the middle of the field where the two teams congratulate, thank each other, not congratulate, say good day, best of luck, and thank each other. Out there, Fede von Potocki in sight, in camera line, and in the background, just dismounting his Penelo, just adjusting his stirrups. Getting onto strange horses here, so it's a test of the man, but he's a great horseman. And let's see how he gets on with these ponies of Bautista's, and I'm sure he'll get on incredibly well. So I'll have the two teams lining up here now, and then we'll have a formal presentation before we get this match underway. There we have Martin Pedersen. Thank you very much indeed from IFSA, with some of his lovely guests down there below us, watching the polo here today. We've had one amazing game straight off. As Elizabeth Lanui turned around and said, a great game, and a great game it certainly was between the Wolves and Bangash. And let's see now what UAE and Habtoor have to offer, and I'm sure it will not disappoint, as the umpires on the field just call the two teams up. And the umpires out there on the field are Jason Dixon and Matthias Paveni, with a third man being Peter Wright. Another great view of the crowd if you're watching on Polo Line. And so we'll just get the two teams lined up here now. On either side there of the umpires. And of course, ladies first, and our visitors, it'll be playing for the UAE at number 1. It is Her Highness Sheikha Maitha bint Mohammed bin Rashid Al Maktoum. Put your hands together, ladies and gentlemen. Great patron of UAE polo all over the world, flying the flag for the UAE. And Dubai, playing at number 2 on 5 goals, it's Federico von Potocki from the Argentine, dodgibly of Hungarian descent. At number 3, it is the son of Lucas Monteverde, it is Luquin Monteverde on 7 goals. And at number 4, continuing the lineage of the Beresford in polo, it is Tommy Beresford on 8 goals. And playing at number 1 for Habtoor, it is Mohammed bin Khalaf Al Habtoor. Put your hands together, ladies and gentlemen. Playing at number 2 from the Argentine, a great young talent of the future and of today, it is Jose Raja. And playing at number 3, that familiar man himself, it is Benjamin Penelo. on 7 goals, and it's 7 goals at the back door. He's been playing a 3 years, third year here now for Habtoor. The perfect gentleman himself, it is Juan Jauretche. And half a goal start. On handicap it is to Habtoor, as you already see up there on the board. Thank you very much indeed to Mr. Sullivan. And the two teams go over to the far side of the field to get this match underway. 5 chuckers it'll be. The two teams just putting the final warm-up onto their horses here now, looking to get this match underway. These games are crucial. On Wednesday we have our semi-finals, and our main finals will be on next Saturday. Get yourself booked in for the IFSA, or if you're invited to IFSA, or get yourself booked in for a fabulous brunch here at Al Habtoor, or of course there will be the Silver Lounge on the far side of the field from where they're throwing the ball in, plus picnic gazebos, all available for booking. So the two teams lining up here now. Bowls that ball into play, front of the line out, it gets stopped, gets caught in the middle, looking for that one there is Podolski. Podolski leaves it now for Lukin Monteverde. Lukin being shadowed there by Araja. Lukin wanting to get a move on here now, gets the man to take him out of the play, so Lukin comes forward once more, opens that shoulder and drives that one in, looking to send that one up there for Podolski. Podolski checks up, tries to pick it up on the near side, does so, gets caught out in front of him though was Pinello. We get a whistle on the play. Pinello going, what's going on here now? But you've got to watch out for that Podolski. Checks up and comes forward and gets onto that line, establishing himself on it on the near side and gets blocked as he tries to go forward. And we have the first penalty here now, and it is in favour of the UAE, and it's dropped down for a penalty to a 30-yard penalty here now. In favour of the UAE, to be taken by Tommy Beresford. The 30-yard penalty to Beresford. Takes the practice swing, comes round, looking to relax that arm, hopefully not too tight. Starting off nicely with a 30-yard penalty. Canters up to this one here now. Pony coming in beautifully. He strikes, he shoots, the flags are off, the umpires agree, and there it is. First goal on the board there for Tommy Beresford and the UAE. 1 goal it is to the UAE, half a goal on handicap for Habtoor. So back to the middle of the field on the far side, and we can see from our line viewers the Monteverde family. And we go back to the drone here now. Over to the far side of the field, the umpire to get this ball bowled back into play. Ball bowled into play off the front of the line out. Mohammed comes over, it gets hooked off out of that one there. Beresford couldn't get the backhand in. Lukin reaches back, trying to pick that one up, but it looks like it's going to be Jauretche to come away with the spoils. Jauretche goes forward here now. Lukin hunting him down, but the backhand comes in there by Beresford. It flicks off out, and it's going to be Pinello to fizz that one up forward, up the front door. Looking there for Araja, picks it up near side, tries to go again on the near side, couldn't, but in comes Podolski. Podolski comes round onto that one there in front of Jauretche, and we get a whistle on the play. It's all going to be a little bit tight and a bit tense, this first chukker, I do believe. Whilst they work each other out, and then they'll try and get this ball moved around the field nicely if they can. And the umpire's now moving this one up here, what looks like a penalty in favour of Habtoor. But this time it's from the 60-yard line. Pinello. According to the other umpire, just to check the balls here now, Jason Dixon gives him a choice of balls to tee up. So Pinello, from the 60-yard line though, looking to open up the account for Habtoor. Pinello comes up, strikes that one beautifully, and straight through it is. You see every time that front right foot's on the ground as he strikes that ball. Beautifully executed penalty there by Benja Pinello. You can see on the drone, just comes up to that one nicely. And puts that one through, so it's back to the middle here now. It is 1.5 to Habtoor, 1 to UAE here in chukker number 1. Ball into play off in the middle of the line out, looking to come out with that on the near side. Jose sends that one up there, but it shows too much of it. Luquin sends the backhand. First onto it's going to be Pinello. Beresford goes back with him. Pinello opens up that backhand once again. Who gets round onto this first? It looks like it is going to be Luquin. Monteverde takes it round, comes away from it. Beresford looking to try and give him a little bit of comfort and space. Yields off it now, does Luquin, and leaves it for Beresford. Beresford turns there inside of Pinello and sends that one out there for Shaker Mather. Mather up onto the play here now. Gets a nice driving shot up the field. Mohammed going back to put the pressure on. Checks up, trains him up. Looks to send this one in towards the middle of the field. She tries to do so. It is now going to be a little backhand by Pinello for Harechi. Pinello goes up the middle of the field looking for a pass if he can, but Luquin's just closing him down a little bit here now. Yields off, leaves it now for Araja. Araja goes under the neck here this time. As you see, Pinello's got himself into some space, knowing where each other is on the team. Halreche goes forward, flicks that one in towards the middle of the field, but it's going to be picked up here now by Von Potowski. Fede checks up on the play. No, there he goes with the shot, calls off, leaves it now for Beresford. Beresford straightens himself up towards goal and sends the bomb up the field for the front door. Takes the man, does Luquin, pushes him wide. Luquin comes back onto the play, comes in behind Jose. Looks to try and center this one in. He's got time coming up and he goes in and sends that one in. Lovely play there by Luquin. Monteverde, you see him take the man, pushes him wide, goes back over to the ball. Doesn't go for a reaction shot, just takes his time. Realises he's got space, probably got a little bit of confidence there as Beresford gives him a bit of guidance probably as he goes in towards it, saying no need to rush. And there it is. Through the goal it is now for 2 goals for the UAE, 1.5 to Habtoor. So back to the middle of the field it'll be. Dixon bowls that ball into play, just arriving possibly in time is Pinello, but first coming over with his Beresford. Beresford onto the play. Beresford tries to avoid the hook there from Haureche. Does so. Goes with the next shot here this time. Couldn't quite connect with it as much as he'd like to have done so. And Haureche picks it up and brings it round the corner here. Takes it onto his near side as he puts Luquin in the pocket. Back onto his near side once again. He's gone a little bit wide with it. Can he pick up the bouncing ball this time? And it's going to be Pinello coming through at pace. Flicks that one in towards the middle of the field. Who's first onto it? And it's a good backhand there by Potowski. Turning defence into attack. Trying to unleash Beresford. But first onto it is Araja. Gets spoilt in his play. But we get a whistle on that play. And it sounds like we've got a high hook coming in according to the third man as the umpires are talking to each other and the players opt to go and change ponies as they can. Probably a little bit difficult to see where a high hook is when Beresford's like 2 meters tall as he's looking about his shoulder or the person he's hooking. It has to be the person he's hooking. And he was hooking a quite obviously not quite so tall person as himself. And so players called. Haureche brings it into play. He's got Pinello going forward. Oh, and he leaves that one behind, but he's got space and time, but he's going to be hunted down here by Potowski. He has Pinello back on the field with Araja. Yields off it, leaves it Pinello, goes up forward with it. An opportunity gone a begging there as he goes with the driving shot and drills that one in towards the goal there. Does Pinello. Oh, and it just goes wide. It must have been 140, 150 yards off the goals, and he goes for it and just goes wide. So, the ball's placed down on the back line. Beresford taps it forward. We have the discretion of 3 changes here this match, it looks like, as we did last match, as Beresford sends that bomb up the field, and it's going to come down just short of the halfway line for Luquin. Luquin goes with the first-time players. He's got Potowski up the middle of the field. Potowski going the short way, and he has Pinello coming back with him, but unfortunately leaves that one for Pinello. Pinello has to reach out and take it round. Comes away there from Monteverde. Pinello. He's got Potowski coming back to him, goes with the ride-off, sends the backhand out into neutral play, but it's well picked up there by Araja. Araja up on the move here now. Checks up, he knows he's got Beresford, and he also has Potowski sitting deep as well. A little bit of a change of plan possibly in the game plan. Yields off and leaves it now here for Pinello. Pinello on the play. Pinello coming forward up there to Luquin. He tries to go with a big bomb and he goes up and down goes the ball and it leaves it there for Beresford, who picks it up and coming in behind is Luquin, but leaves it in turn there for Pinello. Quickly covers that ground, checks up the players. Potowski comes to him, brings that ball away from him, goes onto his near side and yields off and leaves it for Haureche, who gets met there by Luquin. Comes forward up onto the play, does Luquin. Luquin picks it up as the ball goes into Luquin's pony. He's able to go and pick that one up nicely, sends that one, cuts it wide, keeps the ball moving for Potowski. Potowski just checks up on the play to settle things down as the ball settles, going back with him. Those Pinello pushing him wider. Goes in with a straightening shot here, does Potowski. Potowski tries to come onto it, can't do so. Try to leave it for Luquin, but he's pushed off out of it nicely there by Haureche. First round onto this one here. Mohammed gets called off that one there in case he fouled, but it comes in Beresford. The backhand comes in by Araja back out towards the side once more, and it's going to be Panello to slip there in between the two players. He's got Potowski in front and he's got Lukin in behind. Lukin opts to go there with Haureche, but it's going to be Beresford to pick it up here now. Beresford turns, gets hooked off out of it beautifully there by Mohammed, but in comes May to try and help her out, but it's going to be Beresford back round onto this one once more to bring it in towards the middle of the field. Oh, it's fast and furious. There's no breath. Nobody gets a chance to breathe out here this afternoon, and Beresford sets sail up the field, trying to get to him there and get on the other side. It's going to be Haureche to make the hook, but waiting for him is Haraja. He fizzes that one forward, and he's looking there for Lukin, and the ball drops down nicely in front of Lukin. Lukin comes in with one more tap, and through the goal it is. A beautifully hard work goal there by UAE. Taking the score now. 3 goals it is to the UAE. 1.5 to Habtor at the end of chukker number 1. So, ladies and gentlemen, the two teams will leave the field of play to quickly change ponies, and that there, as I said, will end chukker number 1. And a good view for us on Polo line. The score 3 to 1.5 of Lukin Monteverde. Just being given some water there with Lucas's father in the background there. Previous 10 goal, of course. And we'll go to a few messages and adverts from Polo Line. Looks for a little weighted pass there for Bautista. Bautista looks for that next shot and drills that one in. Through the goals it is for Bautista Beziga. See how quickly Haureche is in there behind. But he fizzes that one up forward there for Araja. Araja cuts that one through the goals, levelling up the scores here now. She's got Araja out there in front, fizzes it out into some open space there for Araja. Araja looking to run this one home, but Laborde's got other ideas. It is Araja. One more tap will do, and it's Jose Araja. So welcome back here now to our Polo Line viewers, to Habtor Polo Touring Club for our second chukker. In our second match of the day, the Silver Cup, our third day of play. The two teams back out on the field. And the score at the moment is 3 goals to UAE after that great goal there by Lukin Monteverde, just finishing it off beautifully there. Good work, had to work very hard for it indeed. And ended up being able to finish that one off nicely, did Lukin. So, two teams starting to line up again here now from our Dixon to get this ball back into play once more. 4 more chukkers left to play it is. 5 chukker match here in the Silver Cup. 20 goal polo. So, finally come together here now. The ball gets bowled into play. In the middle line now, Dick Hughes off out the side. Who's first round onto it? It looks like it is Haureche. Haureche comes away with it here. Haureche, he has Lukin in front. He keeps his ball just short of him here, but keeps moving forward. Beresford goes up. They're back with Panello, but Panello's got the legs. Picks it up on the near side. Panello, can he get there? The long reach there of Beresford just hooks him off out of it, and the ball goes wide. That reach, the man's 2 meters tall. You need to be at least 2 horses' length in front to be able to avoid it. He's on his near side, nice play, but you see the hook come in there by Beresford if you're watching on Polo Line. So it brought back into play here by Beresford. Beresford, oh, and he nearly gets that stolen off in there from Araja coming out the corner of his eye. He just managed to see him and get that ball moving forward. And Beresford keeps his ball travelling forward at this point in time. And Araja comes back to him. Lukeen comes back in behind. He flicks that one away there from Araja. But if Araja can come up with that play, Araja makes a turn. Gets flicked off out of the air and hit backwards. But it gets stopped there by Haureche. Tries to beat Haureche on the play. And we get a whistle on that play. And we can just see on the replay there now what we have. You see it just, it comes with it. Flicked away there by Beresford. Beresford comes round back on his stick side as Haureche is trying to play out on his near side. Haureche dismounts as he feels his horse got clubbed in the legs a little bit as well. So we're just going back to the third mount to try and unpick that one there. If Beresford had the right to the play on the stick side, or if he might get a little bit of a naughty for accidentally striking the pony's legs, but let us see what the umpires decide. But all the same, you have Haureche goes back down the bottom end to change ponies. And Haureche just changes pony and mounts back up again. And the umpire's just getting a little bit of instruction from the third man here, from what he can see on the replay. So Habtoor looking for something further up. Beresford's meeting that ball stick side. Haureche is near side, but going in the direction of flow of play. Umpires having a long discussion on this one here because they do want to get it right. And the umpire's decision looks like it has been made. And this ball's going to be moved up to the halfway line for a midfield penalty in favour of the UAE, as they deem that Beresford has the right to make the play on his stick side. So the ball's dropped down here now on the halfway for Beresford. 150 yards to the goals. It's within his reach. Three goals to UAE, 1.5 Habtoor. Beresford on the play here now. Beresford gives that ball a ride and it's coming out over the top, just a little bit towards the left. Potowski tries to get to it but couldn't quite do so. And the next pair onto it. No, it just gets shutted out over the back line there by Pinello. Tommy Beresford, the Irishman. Irishman, that is. Chileno-Irish, Irish-Chileno. From the Beresford, and of course... Oh, and in comes Haureche. Haureche takes it up forward. Oh, didn't quite get as much onto that light, but he's got enough time to be able to get back onto it. He yields off and leaves it in turn there for Pinello. Pinello up on the move here, up the middle of the field, at pace. Pinello, as always, at pace, sends this ball up over the field. Mather going back there with Mohammed. Mohammed comes in onto that one, carries that a bit further forward and looks for a big shot here this time up the field. Can he get back onto it? It looks like it is going to be Mather. Mather thwarts the attack. The ball is stopped there, but look how quickly that man, Pinello, comes round from a barnyard mile out. But Potowski's looking for something, and he flicks that one nicely under the neck there for Haureche, and look at that lovely linking play there between Pinello and Haureche, just cutting that ball in through the middle of the goals, taking the score now. 2.5 goals this Habtoor, but it's still 3 goals up there for UAE. Do you see how Pinello just shuts that pony down and gets round back onto that play? And in doing so, gave himself an opportunity and sees his man going out there on the left-hand side and flicks it up to Haureche, puts it away through the goals. Beautiful goal there for Habtoor, and the two teams line up and the ball back into play. Off the back of the line, out it comes. And it is going to be Pinello onto that one first. Now, look who's out front. Look out, it's Araja. Beresford's coming back at him, but he's over the 60. Beresford trying to get to him, but Araja puts it away beautifully. That's what Araja's so great at. Off those line-outs when he knows his man at the back's got the ball, he goes straight up to number 1. Puts himself out in front and now takes a score. 3.5 to Habtoor it is. 3 goals to the UAE. Perfect example of anybody who's playing forward at the number 1 position or even at number 2, as you see there. If your man comes off the back of the line with it, get up forward for that pass. Be an option for him. And a number of times this tournament he's been there and his option's been good, and this time it's once again, it's Pinello tries to come away with it. Haureche looks to try and come back onto it, but it looks like it is now going to be... It's Vompetovsky. Vompetovsky on his near side, back onto his stick side. Stick side, Petovsky. Can he get the hook? Yes, he does get the hook in, but it's now Pinello. Pinello comes in, cuts that one out wide, and there's a plethora of red shirts coming onto it. And that man is once again, it is going to be Araja. He knows he's got Beresford there with him. He comes, turns, faces back up forward once again. On this little grey pony, comes forward again. He's being shut down on the boards. Pinello comes in to give him a bit of a helping hand as he gets a little bit of rough and ready there from the Irishman, and he sends that one up forward. There does Pinello, looking for Haureche, but it falls for Petovsky, who makes a turn and faces back up towards his attacking goal once more. In behind comes Lukin. He yields off it and leaves it for Lukin, who fizzes that one straight over the top once more. Sends it out here now for Mather. Mather comes in, gets half hook, but keeps on going forward with the play, and it's now going to be Pinello to come up onto it. Pinello there with Beresford, and we get a whistle on the play. Beresford making a little bit of a gesticulation. It'd be interesting to see what's actually going on out there. It's just caught out of my eye. Out the corner of my eye, just happened to see it. Maybe he thought Pinello had just come in front of him on that occasion there, and let's see what the umpires unpick out of it. But in the meantime, a few of the players, whilst they get a little bit of a break, will quickly go and change ponies. So 2 teams coming back out on the field here now after a quick change of ponies back. Oh, hello. Mohammed's just had a quick dismount, but fortunately landed on his feet. As the ball's placed down on the 30-yard line for a penalty 2 in favour of UAE. Mohammed thankfully just gets back on board again. So just waiting for respective grooms and horses to get back into the safety zone in the corners. And then we'll get this underway. And umpire just checking Mohammed's all okay. And that's what's just causing the slight delay here now, which also gives Araja time to get back behind the line. 3.5 it is to Habtoor, 3 goals to UAE. And play gets called, so Beresford just circles round up onto the play here now. 2:51 on the clock it is. In chukker number 2, this 5 chukker match. Beresford taking a nice practice swing. Going to circle round up onto this one. Just pops his pony back on the correct leg again. Beresford strikes, shoots, flags aloft. Umpires certainly agree with that one there. Straight through the middle of the goal it is for Tommy Beresford of the UAE, making it 4 goals to the UAE, 3.5 to Habtoor. Tick-tock, one way it's one way, the next way it's the other way. So, very close indeed after the first couple of days of play. This will be the 3rd game of play. Even though Pinello's just coming into this team, they're certainly starting to work each other out, and the umpire will just be looking for a little bit of a gap and no barginess going on in there. Innocently, Beresford just looking down and go, what do you mean the line? So just looking for that gap. Ball bowled into play. Out the back it comes. Who's first onto it? Yep, it's that man. And who's gone forward for it? Yes, it's Araja. Araja out in front. Avoids the hook from Petovsky. Pushes it forward once more. Picks it, flicks it, and there it is. It's Araja. What a beautiful textbook move there. Off the back of the line out for Araja off. The magnificent neck shot there from Pinello. Through the goals it is for Araja. He's quick, he's sharp. You see, Ferry was onto him, but he was just a little bit too quick and away from it at that point in time. And there we are, back to 4.5 Habtoor, 4 goals UAE in the line-up, and the ball's back into play once more. Out it comes off the front, the line-out. Beresford under the neck. Who's there? Nobody. But set for Haureche. He's going to get a little bit of problem on that one there as you just go, oh, there's a bit of an issue there, and it's coming to pick up the spoils is Lukien. Lukien comes forward here now, up onto his near side, going towards the goal. Can he get to it? He gets pushed off out of that one there, and it gets shadowed out over the back line. Nicely there by Pinello. Ball on the back line. A little bit of confusion there between the players, between Pinello, Beresford and Haureche. And it is going to be Juan Haureche to bring it in here now for Habtoor. Off the back line he comes. Out there, looking to get that one up past Ferry. Does so. Up now for Pinello. There with Lukien. Pinello just going to turn the ball a little bit here, trying to get up forward on it. Leaves the ball instead there for Haureche. Plays with a one-time play. No messing around with it. Coming back onto it is Pinello. And it is stolen away from him there by Wąpatowski. Sells on the play. Gets forward. Covers it. Sends the backhand. Looking for Lukien in the middle of the field, but it's going to be first picked up here now by Haureche. Haureche turns. Lukien in front. He's got Pinello there with him. Goes to the play. Comes off his mallet. And we get a whistle on the play. Let's see what the umpires decide on this one here now. Was he blocking? Did it come off his mallet or did it come off the horse? So the result of that one there is he had plenty of room to pass that one out towards what possibly looked like Pinello going across in front of him, and the ball's being dropped down here now for a spot penalty in favour of UAE. So the ball's dropped down here now for penalty 5 in favour of UAE for Beresford. Taps it. Brings it forward. Lukien coming in behind. Araja there with him. Leaves it now. Araja stays there with Lukien, but Lukien cuts away this time. Lukien looking to work his way through. Lukien looking to try and find a bit of magic here. He gets half stopped but keeps on going. Can he get back onto it? No, he can't. But it's now left here for Pinello. The backhand comes in, comes off the pony, and Pinello tries to have another little bit of that one there, and we get a whistle on the play as it looks like Wąpatowski's riding that line once more. Let us see where we come back. There's something going on behind the play rather than just on the ball. You see coming in onto that one there. The backhand comes in. And Pinello tries to come onto it, and was Wąpatowski on the line? Umpires agreeing that he possibly was. So the ball gets dropped down on the spot for a penalty 2, and they're taking it, looks like, from the spot of the UAE. 4 goals UAE, 4.5 Habtoor. And there it is. Lukien Monteverde. Lukien comes up to this one. He skies that one high and up over the top of the scoreboard. It is to take the score. 5 goals to the UAE. 4.5 to Habtoor. Oh, umpires having a quick discussion here now. Was it or was it not? But instead they've just, that's actually the hooter has gone, ladies and gentlemen. So that there will end chucker number 3. My apology, chucker number 2. And at the end of chucker number 2, it's 4.5 goals to Habtoor. 5 goals to the UAE. And the players will leave the field of play to quickly go and change ponies. And for our viewers on Polo Line, we'll go to a few messages and adverts before we return for the third chucker.
Welcome to the finals day of the third Rishat Meal Alula Desert Polo. We started off with 8 teams, we're down to the last 2, and they'll be playing for this beautiful trophy.
So welcome back here now to our Polo Line viewers, to Al Habtoor Polo Resort and Club, the two teams out in the field. And we're looking forward to getting chucker number 3 underway. With the score being UAE 5, 4.5 it is to Habtoor. There's just been a spot penalty there converted by Lukeen, having a field goal and a nice penalty at the other end of the field. So we had a very close match in the previous match. It was actually Wolves who managed to get a couple of goals in the lead over Bangash. But after that, Bangash worked their way slowly into that match. But unfortunately, only went down by the half a goal. Great game of polo. Both teams going out and actually really playing some nice polo. Great to see. And so we have another cracking game out there in front of us here now between the UAE and Habtoor. Players just milling around a little bit still, and the umpire will just tell them to start to line up here now. And ball gets bowled into play, and out the back line out it comes. But Lukeen comes up with this time, opens up a lovely backhand there. But it's going to be picked up here first by Haureche, pressurised by Beresford, sends it out. And you see first man onto that one there, coming in for the steal and does just about make it. And Beresford sends it a little bit further down the field, but it's going to be picked up here this time by Pinello. Pinello being protected there by Haureche from Von Potowski. Von Potowski, though, this time going there with Haureche, but Haureche's got the legs and Haureche's up on the move here now. Haureche cuts this one in towards the middle of the field. Haureche settles down over onto that play, but it's going to be Beresford to send the backhand, and back round first onto this one here is going to be Pinello. Pinello on this play. Pinello checks up, turns back, faces towards goal, just be met there by Beresford. Keeps coming forward, looks to see what his options are, but he's got a Raja in behind, and see what the umpire's call on that one there. Was there a player coming across the line in front of him, or was he playing that ball after he'd been told to use it? Let's see what they decide. And that'll be a discussion between the umpires, and by the looks of it, we have the Habtoors moving back in defence here now. So evidently had been told to use it and didn't go enough with it, or he just fiddled and diddled with it too much, and we end up with a spot penalty here now in favour of the UAE for Tommy Beresford to bring back into play. Beresford taps it once, drives this one up the side here now, trying to get onto it, but there's enough space and time possibly for Pinello to come in, but Beresford picks it up, and it's going to be picked up here now by Potowski, sends it up to Beresford once more. Beresford straightens himself up onto that one and puts it out into some open territory. Going back, he's got some pace, and it is going to be Haureche, goes with him, gets the hook, leaves it now for Pinello. Pinello picks it up, going back with him though. It is going to be coming up the inside line was Von Potowski. Good backhand by him for Lukeen to come onto. Lukeen looks up towards the goal and fizzes that one up forward here nicely there for Beresford. Beresford coming forward. It's his third chucker here for the UAE. Sends it in through the goal. A beautiful goal there. All the team having a crack at that one there. Lovely backhand there coming up the inside by Ferry Von Potowski for Lukeen, and forwarding it up there nicely for Tommy Beresford. Taking the score now. 6 goals it is to the UAE. 4.5 to Habtoor. And Habtoor back to the middle of the field, as is UAE. A couple of changes going on. Haureche changed, and also Beresford changed on the free changes, and they're lining up here. The umpire to get this one bowled back in, but you're looking for a little bit of a gap there as Potowski's trying to highlight that there. And this time it looks like a ball has been dropped down here now. The penalties come up. Enough warnings are being given. And so we have a penalty from the halfway in favour of the UAE. For Beresford, as Habtoor have to yield off this one once more. Actually, no, I think it was possibly wrong side of the line out. And there we go, the ball gets driven up there by Beresford up the front door, but there's nobody home. He's got enough legs on it. They might be able to shadow this one out over the back line, and no one's going to get to it in time, and over the back line it goes. So, ball placed down. 6 to 4.5 is the score, and Haureche to bring the ball back into play. Haureche taps this one forward. To be met there by Potowski. Goes one way, cuts the other way. You see nice darting play there by Pinello, but he's being shadowed well by Beresford. Beresford there with him. Beresford keeps on going further back here this time, and it gives Pinello an opportunity to just keep moving this ball forward. He does, and possibly have Haureche being kept. Oh, and he just slips his man nicely there, but he goes off by himself. He has to go back to recover it once more. In comes, optimistically, in comes Potowski tries to take it on the near side, and he fizzes this one up forward. Can he reach out on that near side and avoid the hook? And Pinello, and he does, but only to be met by Lukeen, and the backhand comes in, sending it into attack once more. First round up onto this one here will be Mohammed. Mohammed yields off, leaves it now for the protected Haureche looks to try and get away. He's going to have to move this one and get the man Potowski to come out of it, and yields off it and leaves it now here, this time for Pinello, and he fizzes that one up forward, but he raises his head so he knows he's gone wide, and wide it is. 4.5 to Habtoor, 6 to UAE. So you see a quick little couple of changes going on here with some of the players of the balls on the back line there. It'll be Beresford to bring it in. Play has been called, so they have to get a move on. So Beresford brings it in. Goes under the neck with that one there, looking for Potowski. He finds Potowski, but he's got to get his knitting and his mallet sorted out as well at the same time, but he's got a little bit of space and time, but now he's being covered there by Haureche. You see Lukeen going back, and it's going to be Haureche to go back with him. Can he get the hook? No, he pushes that one nicely forward here. Does Lukeen goes a bit wide on that one there. Gets called off. It runs spoiling the play by Pinello. Does Haureche, and Pinello picks it up. He knows he's got that man there with him. Potowski yields off and leaves it now for Haureche. They both come back onto the play, and it's now Haureche comes forward once again. This time he goes with the big driving shot and lofts the bomb up, looking there for Araja. But first onto it is going to be Beresford. Sends the backhand out towards the boards it goes, trying to get that one up for Lukeen. Lukeen gets hooked off out of it, but retains possession of the play by Haureche, and it's Lukeen on it here once more. Now he goes forward. Drops the hammer now. Does Lukeen. Lukeen coming forward. Lukeen coming across the face of goal. Can he pick it up? No, he can't. It's now going to be picked up by Pinello, who takes it away. Quick change of play there. Pinello coming forward. They've kept them hemmed in, have UAE, and he sends this one up a little further, but it looks like it is now going to be the backhand coming in by Lukeen, setting it up here for Beresford. But first onto that one there is going to be Haureche. Sends a little flick shot, trying to get it up to Haureche from Araja, but coming onto it there was Beresford, but we get a whistle on the play. And so let's see there on the replay. Haureche is coming onto it and coming straight across the front. And it looks like we have this ball being moved up for a penalty in favour of Habtoor. And they're going a long distance, and they're going up for a 60-yard penalty, a penalty 4. A penalty 4 it'll be. It'll get teed up, and then it'll be Pinello to take it. There'll be a couple of players quickly leaving the field to change. Haureche will come in and start teeing it up. Potowski at the scoreboard end, quickly changing. They're all having to change here at the moment. It's fast, it's furious. This is really good polo here in this Silver Cup. Potowski having to come from outside the field, of course. Umpire just removing a horseshoe, possibly from the field. So, just looking to tee this ball up, it is Pinello wanting this one here now. 4.5 to 6 is the score, and 2:11 on the clock here in chukker number 3. Looking at the previous stats, UAE have always been very strong in their third chukker. But Habtoor seems to be up to the mark of them so far here today, even though trailing by a goal and a half. Pinello. Comes up onto the play. Drives, he shoots, it's high, is it straight enough? Oh, the umpire's saying it's gone out to the left-hand side. Pinello thinks it's good. But the umpire behind the goalpost says nope, it has gone left. So the score remains the same, 4.5 to 6 it is, and it'll be Beresford to bring it in for UAE once more. Beresford coming up to the play. Still looking at the pony lines a little bit, but he keeps on coming forward because he's still waiting for Lukeen. Dribbles that forward. Just taps it again. He's got Lukeen behind him now, so this time he's allowed Araja in close, turns it away, shows too much to Araja. Araja says, thank you, don't play cat and mouse with me, because I'll come to you, and he comes forward with it, comes across the face for him, but it's going to be helped out there by Pinello. Pinello looking to come forward, gets blocked there by Lukeen, and finally we get a whistle on that play. Beresford sitting, waiting, trying to get Lukeen back onto the field. Lukeen was just a little bit slower at changing. And in the meantime, Araja, no intimidation for the young man, just goes in and says thank you very much indeed. And he gets helped out by Pinello, and Pinello ends up getting blocked by Lukin, and we have a short penalty here now in favour of Habtor. A little bit closer here for Pinello, which I'm sure he's very happy about this time. Canters up to the ball nicely. Pinello drives, shoots along the ground, through the goals it is, closing the gap it is to within half a goal. 5.5 it is now to Habtor, but it's still 6 goals to UAE. So back to the middle of the field on the far side. Minute and 10 say on the clock. In the line out, ball into play, off the front of the line out it comes. Backhand there by Potolski, nearly unseats himself, but first onto it is going to be Pinello, being chased there by Lukin, turns, comes away. Lukin tries to come round in front of him here on this occasion. Going to have to yield off that now as we have Hareche going out there, but he fizzes that one out there to Araja. Araja takes the ball in the air, settles it, but just to be met there by Potolski, takes it on the near side, but couldn't take it any further, but it's going to be Beresford, comes in on the near side, backhand, the backhand, up the field it comes. Lukin wanted to come onto it, but can't do so, and it's picked up here by Pinello. Oh, he's quick, he's sharp. Pinello tries to get on his near side, felt there's a man in front of him, caught in no man's land. He's that quick, he catches them out on the hop, does Pinello. You see, he just whizzed around there to Pinello, comes round onto it, and unfortunately Tommy Beresford just caught out in no man's land, nowhere to go unless he could just vaporise. But unfortunately that wasn't available to Tommy, and the ball just gets dropped down here for a penalty too. A 30-yard penalty here now in favour of Habtor. Just a quick change of play and there's nowhere to go. Just get caught in no man's land. So Beresford just picks his ball up. No, sorry, so it is Benja picks the play up here now. For the short penalty. Circles round onto that one and straight through it is there for Pinello. 6.5 goals it is now to Habtor. 6 goals. It is to the UAE in the dying seconds here of chucker number 3. So the two teams are sort of back to the middle of the field. Maybe we'll get this one in. Let's see. Umpire's just counting it down. Ball gets bowled into play. Off the back of the line out. Comes away with it there. Does Pinello. In comes Lukin. Try and spoil it. Lukin steals it. Goes out. First onto it. There's Potolski. Fizzes that one up forward. The first hooter has gone. But first to surface onto this one here. Looks like it's going to be Hareche. But coming back on him and accelerating at the last minute. There's Beresford spoiling that play. And next onto this one here. It is going to be Potolski. Gets half hooked off out of it. And the next one onto that one. There's Lukin. But we get a whistle on the play. And now that there, ladies and gentlemen, I believe will end chucker number 3. As the umpires just unpick it. And see how we're going to be starting it off again here now. In chucker number 4. Jason Dixon just explaining. This is Matthias Bobeni. So yes, ladies and gentlemen, that is chucker after they've just had a little bit of extended discussion prior to going into the half-time break. After chucker number 3, the score is 6.5 to Habtor, 6 to the UAE. But how we start chucker number 4 will make all the difference. So, after a few messages and adverts from Polo Line, we will find out.
It's amazing. My first time here. I got invited, I think it was in November, and I never doubted to come, and very, very good first experience. To keep improving, I like to play mostly outside of Argentina, in England. I have my base there, and I focus everything there, but also I try to play in Argentina to keep improving, and yeah, that's the main thing. My relationship with my father and uncles is great. It's very natural because I started playing when I was young in the farm. We all played, my father, my uncles, my grandfather even. So I don't know, I never really think about it, but very natural, and yeah, I really like it. Depends the level. In England I normally play 18 goal, 15 goal, 12 goal. and this is 20, but I mean, I don't think there's, I mean, it's quicker now here in 20 goal, but also in England is super competitive and there's not much of a difference. I mean, it's super competitive everywhere in England too, and to win everything. We want to win the 3 trophies. That's what we came for, so that will be a good season.
So welcome back to our Polo Line viewers. We're back online. And the two teams start to mount up and come back out onto the field. And we'll get chucker number 4 underway, but first we'll have a few stats. We have a great view of the hotel here at Al Habtoor Polo Resort and Club. We have, of course, the score being 6.5 to 6 3 field goals apiece. Throw-ins there, even Stevens. Fouls committed, even Stevens. It's 6 throw-ins, 6 fouls committed. Penalties, 3 from 4 and 3 from 3 from UAE. And no corners and no yellow cards. So the 2 players coming back out. We have the chucker by chucker. And after the first chucker, it was 1 goal to 1.5 to Habtoor, 3 to UAE. Habtoor 4.5, 5 after chucker number 2 and 6.5, 6 at the end of chucker number 3. Habtoor working their way back into this, but the power of the UAE just managing to keep them at bay. And so we'll see how we start off chucker number 4. 2 more chuckers of polo left here in our second game of play in the 3rd day of the Silver Cup 2024. And the ball is placed down there for a penalty too, it looks like. So if we can clear the field, please, guys. You can see the players just... There we have Luquin Monteverde in sight. The next one. There with Dad. Lucero with his father, Lucas. Billy in the background with Petit Lou. And, of course, Hasakroto. And just watch out. Remember this name here, Lucero Monteverde. Lucero will be the next one to come and thrill us all. And the ball being teed up there on the 30-yard line. And by Potowski there with Luquin and also Tommy Beresford in the background. So when the field's cleared, we'll get this 4th chucker underway. And you can see on the replay there was a bit of a late ride-off coming in on that one there. So the players looking to get this one underway to get chucker number 4 up and running. And the ball's teed up on the 30-yard line. And it looks like it is going to be Tommy Beresford to take it for the UAE for an undefended penalty here now, circling around onto the play. Play is called. Beresford circling around here now. He drives, he shoots, he connects with that one well, and up go the flags. So it's now 7 goals. It is to UAE, back out in the lead. It's going tick-tock either way. 1 minute it's Habtoor, the next minute is UAE into the lead. It's going to be 2 very exciting chuckers coming up here now. Can somebody dominate it, or are we going to be like this all the way to the end of chucker number 5? The 2 teams line up there on Matthias Maveni to get this ball bowled into play. Looking for a slight gap there. Ball gets bowled into play. Off the line out it comes for Araja. Near side backhand. Backhand comes out towards the side. First onto this one here is going to be Pinello. But with him there, of course, is Beresford. And he sends that one straight down there. Looking for Jaureche. But first to surface with it. Looks like it is going to be Luquin Monteverde. Luquin checks up, turns, avoids the hook there, comes forward once again, gets up past a couple of players there. There's Luquin goes with the big shot here this time. Couldn't quite show enough of that one, comes off the back of the pony. It's now left here for Pinello. Pinello knows that Beresford's going to be there, checks up, turns back inside him, looks to try and make the shot, and he sends that one up there for Mohammed. Mohammed waiting up there, perfectly positioned. Mohammed Habtoor going towards the goal. Luquin trying to hunt him down. Mohammed goes a little bit wide, goes with that next shot, but it looks like that ball's going to travel out over the back line. So it is now time for Beresford to bring it back into play for the UAE from the scoreboard end. Tommy taps it up here. Up comes Araja. Luquin out wide. Nobody's with him at the moment. Pinello being looked after there, but he goes over the top of that one there. Does Beresford, and he flicks it forward once more. Regains possession. He has his man there with him. Cuts it out into some open space here now. Reckons he's got the pony. Reckons he can go with it. They both cancel each other out, but reaches back an awful long way. The big ride-off comes in. The next shot comes in there by Beresford. And we get an uncharacteristic mistake there from Beresford. Has been capitalised on by Araja. He's relentless. You can see on the replay, Been ridden off and possibly the mallet travelling through on the ride-off in the next shot. And so now we have another 30-yard penalty. A penalty 2 this time in favour of Habtor for Benka Penelo. Benka teeing the ball up. So UAE retiring back behind the line, and Benka's going to just circle round up onto this one here. An undefended penalty. As I said, it's just going tick-tock all the way. Goes one way, then the next. Penelo. Up onto that one there, he drives, he shoots, but it's gone wide. It's gone wide. Out to the left-hand side, so Beresford sighs relief and goes forward once again to bring the ball into play. Beresford taps it forward here now. He's got players out on the run there. Sends this one out in behind the umpire. Potolsky swoops onto that play here now. Beresford coming back to give him a bit of helping hand this time. Cuts out and towards the middle of the field and he sends this one forward. Looking there for mate through Lukeen. Lukeen picks it up on the near side, but he gets met and ridden off there by Penelo beautifully. Penelo loses sight of it, but Beresford doesn't. And Beresford's on the move here now. Beresford going towards goal. Araja's going back there with him. He goes to the man, goes to the near side. Couldn't quite get the shot he was looking for, but trying to clear it up here now is Penelo taking it away from the danger zone, but Lukeen's in there, causing pressure, causing trouble all the time. Lukeen working hard, but Penelo comes away with it here. Looks to send that one away, but Beresford gets the hook in and drags it forward, but as he does so, he sets it up there for Araja. Araja trying to come back onto it. Beresford rides him off, and he tries to steal that ball, and we get a whistle on the play. Araja thought that reckons he's got back to this one in time, and I think the umpires are in agreement with him. Good play there by Araja. And this is going to get moved up forward, up over the halfway line. Great defence there by Araja, spoiling the play of Beresford. And then once again, Penelo coming in to tidy up. And Lukeen was not going to let him go without him knowing it. And the ball's dropped down here for a penalty for us. 60-yard penalty here now for Habtor and Benja Penelo. Penelo teeing this one up. UAE. Back 40 yards from the ball, looking to defend this one. Penelo looking to put this one clean over the top. Looks for a bit of a divot. He's just pulled it off the line. Maybe he's found a bit of raised ground there. So he can try and sky this ball and keep it nice and straight through the goals. Penelo circles round here now onto the play. Penelo strikes it, it's looking straight, but no, it's gone wide to the right-hand side. Out wide it goes, so the score remains the same. 6.5 it is to Habtor and 7 goals to UAE. They're a little bit hemmed down at this end at the moment in this chukker, UAE, but it's Beresford brings it in once more, taps it the once this time, he gives that ball a ride, and off out it goes there, looking for Lukeen, trying to get onto it and steal that one away is Harechi, but Lukeen comes up with the spoils and turns round back in towards the middle of the field, looks to try and possibly come back onto his own play, but first onto this one here on that near side, and he just comes away with it there, lets him have the play, does Araja, but Lukeen onto this one here now. Lukeen straightens himself up towards goal, he knows he's got Penelo there with him, Penelo comes in, makes a spoiling play, pinches his pocket, sends the backhand, and he's unleashed Araja. UAE were committed, and Araja's away here now. Araja, a beautiful approach shot by Araja. He's got space, he's got time. He's been helped out and saved there by Penelo, and he just taps it once more, and through the goal it is. Araja out there in front, taking the Habtor back out into lead again. 7.5 goals it is to Habtor. 7 goals to the UAE. So Raja quickly changes pony, scurries back to the middle of the field. By Benny to line these two teams up. Just 3 minutes left here in chukker number 4. Itowski back on side. Bowls that ball into play. Gets stuck at the front of the line out. Mohammed looking for that one there. So is Beresford. Beresford tries to get hold of that one. Pinella has other ideas, but it gets flicked out forward, and it is now going to be Pitowski. Picks it up. Pitowski leaves it, sticks it inside there here now for Beresford. Beresford comes forward up onto that play. Looking for something on it. Oh, and Haureche just stops the play, but it's going to be Lukien to come back onto it and scoops that one away there from Haureche. Goes out into open territory over the far side of the field, looking for a little bit of space to try and run this one forward. He does, and he looks like he's going to come back inside there of Pinello. Beautifully mounted. It is Lukien. Great play by him. Checks up on that play nicely here now. In behind is Haureche. He has Beresford there, but it's going to be Haureche to come in there onto the play. But Beresford comes up with the spoils. Beresford going goal bound. Beresford comes off the back of the pony, and it's now going to be a backhand by Pinello, clearing the space. First onto this one here. Looks like it's going to be Haureche. Settles down onto it, and he sends a good strong driving shot up the field. Who's going to be first up onto this one here? Pitowski wants a bit of this one here. It does, and he cuts that one back out into the field, missing the ponies. Quickly onto that one there comes Haureche. Haureche up on the play. Haureche up on the move, up over the halfway line, but Pitowski's in there. Pitowski can't pick that one up. He's across him, and we get a whistle on the play. So, great play there by Juan Haureche. Pitowski wanted to have a little backhand at that one there, but found himself in a little bit of no man's land, unable to make a play and just impeding the oncoming player at pace. And the umpire's just having a word with Beresford. Beresford probably thought that Lukien had the line here, but he was coming from right to left onto the play in front of Haureche in the first place. He was quick, he was sharp, he was away. They were just a little slow on it, possibly the umpires believe. And the ball's dropped down here now for a 30-yard penalty in favour of Habtor. Being teed up there by Pinello. Second game out here this afternoon for the young man. So, Pinello circling round up onto it here. Pinello canters in, he strikes, he shoots along the ground, the flags aloft, and that's what he's looking for. 8.5 goals it is now to Habtor. 7 goals to the UAE. So back to the middle of the field it is once more, and 1:40 on the clock it is left to play here in Chaka number 4. Back to the middle of the field it is. Umpire Babeni, waiting for players just to get onside. Bowls that ball into play. Front of the line out it is. Mather picks that one up forward. Leaves it now for Beresford. Beresford knows he's got Haureche behind him. He's got Araja in front. They're all working onto that play. Haureche is taken off out of it there by Pitowski and goes up forward for a pass. And it's now sent up here this time by Lukien. Lukien's pass goes as far as Pinello. Pinello turns and comes away. Therefore uses that ball and drills that one up forward. And have a guess who's at the front door once again. It's Araja. Goes with a long high draft shot. But unfortunately it looks like that one might just go wide. But it wasn't wide by much. He was pressurised, going at pace there. Lukien was putting the pressure on him. Just dropped the mallet down onto it, and the combined force and momentum taking that ball clean out over the back line and just missing the goal by approximately 2 yards, and it's going to be brought back into play for the UAE by Beresford. Beresford taps it up there to Araja. Drives this one up forward and out into some open space here now for Jacob Mather, but first onto this one here, looks like it's going to be Mohammed Habtor. Mohammed goes with a little backhand, couldn't pick it up, and it's now going to be Pinello, near side, stick side, but quickly onto that one there is Lukien, and the ball flicks off out towards the side, and we get a whistle on the play as we have Pitowski establishing himself on that line. Let's see on the replay here now. And Pinello just coming around across the front of Pitowski. And this here now will result in a short penalty for a 30-yard penalty, possibly. No defence further back. So let's see what the umpires decide. They have the choice, a 30 or a 40. And so the ball's been dropped down here now for a 30-yard penalty in favour of UAE. Beresford just teeing this one up. 8.5 to 7 is the score. 18 seconds left on the clock here in Chaka number 4. Beresford circles round. Gets himself composed. Brings his beautiful pony round. He comes in, he strikes, he shoots along the ground and bobbles that one nicely through the goals. Does Beresford, taking it 8 goals to 8.5 it is in favour of Habtor as the clock tick-tocks down. As UAE decide to retire straight back to their camp. Habtor coming down. The hooter goes a little softly, but there it is. The hooter goes, and that there will end chukka number 4 with a score being 8.5 goals. It is to Habtor and 8 goals to UAE. So there's half a goal difference in it again at the end of the chukka, but this time it is in favour of Habtor. And then we'll be back with you after a few messages and adverts from Polar Line as the teams scurry to get themselves organised for chukka number 5. And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, from those viewing on Polar Line for our 5th and final chukka here this afternoon in our 3rd day of play. The second match of the day, it is in the Silver Cup. And just as we get nearly everybody together, we have Araja just going back to the pony lines there. Deciding he looks like he possibly wants a change of pony, or is it a change of mallet? Let us see. Yep, it looks like he is going to change pony. Possibly that pony is on, needing a little bit more warming up by the looks of the way he was riding it back to the pony lines. So the umpire's just needing him to get a move on. Yep, that pony's just been a little bit fresh, needs a bit more warming up, I think it is. Quite sure what the hold-up is here this time now. So, as Araja mounts back up again, we'll get this 5th chukka underway, and he's back on to his little favourite, his little lovely grey pony, little suppressor. So the two teams will line up here now to get chukka number 5 underway. To see who's going to come away with the spoils here today in our 3rd day of play in the Silver Cup 2024 Benny lands 2 teams up, bowls that ball into play, middle line out, flicked up forward there by Potowski, up there nicely for Beresford. Beresford comes away from his man on that one there as he allows players to go up forward, but they're being marked closely, marked hard. Goes to the driving shot and sends that one up there, trying to get it up Potowski, but it looks like it's going to be Havrecci, but Potowski's coming back at him, comes round, looks to make the spoiling play, and he tries to cover that one as it goes out towards the back line, comes onto that one there, does Araja, now yields off and leaves it there for Pinello. Pinello cutting across nicely onto this one there is Havrecci, but he's been marked and comes in for the attacking play, back onto it, tries to get onto it, a little bit overcommitted there by Lukin. It allows Havrecci to get back in, but in behind him there is Araja. Araja sends that one out in towards the middle of the field there for Pinello, but he's been shadowed and marked well there by Beresford. Goes with the one-time play and sends it up, looking for Mohammed, couldn't quite pick that one up as it fell a bit short, and Beresford's up onto this one here first. Beresford looks to make the turning play, and we get a whistle on that play as he's been hunted down there by Pinello. Shock and horror possibly on Beresford's face. You see he goes up onto it. Thought he had enough room and space to check up and turn and come back onto it, but Pinello, he's sharp, he's quick, and it looks like this one's going forward, and you can see Pinello, as I said in the first game, love his optimism. And it looks like this here. Well, we met halfway in between, and we'll end up with a 40-yard penalty. A 40-yard penalty it is for Habtoor. Just looking for a slightly used ball there as UAE retire back to their point lines as the ball's being teed up by Tommy Pinello. With him there is Havrecci. 40 yards, of course. It is defendable when the ball's being struck. Looking to defend this one, of course they will be UAE. Pinello looking to pop this one straight over the top here. So Pinello canters up to this one now. It's along the ground and it gets stopped there by Lukin. Flicks it up there for Beresford. Beresford on the attack here now. Goes himself. Lukin goes up the middle of the field but cutting across towards this side here now. Goes with a drilling shot up the middle of the field. Lukin on the near side. Couldn't quite get the shot he was looking for, but in comes Potowski and fizzes up a little bit further forward. Back onto his own play comes Potowski. Potowski sends it forward once more, but it looks like it's Araj to come onto it. Gets his play spoilt there by Lukin. Potowski on the near side, and it goes dangerously close to that goal and gets through the goal, and through the goal it goes. Great defensive play there by Lukin from the back line. Beresford making the day and sending it forward there, and unfortunately unable to defend that one. Habtoor thought it had gone wide, but not to be. So ball back into play it is. Looking for it now. Has been left there for Araja. Araja sends it up here now for Pinello. Pinello flicks that one inside. Can he come back onto it? Evidently changed the line enough, but evidently not as the umpire whistle goes. So they've just gone here now to the third man, just to see if he changed the line enough or not for him to be able to come in between the two players or not. This is the question. So we've got a couple of plays going on here now. So, ladies and gentlemen, the ball's now being placed up here to the halfway line. And I believe a yellow card is possibly being handed out to Benker. Benker hitting the ball after the whistle had gone. So the ball being teed up there by Tommy Beresford. Beresford teeing this ball up. Circling around onto the play as Habtor retire back. 9 goals is to UAE, 8.5 it is to Habtor. Beresford. They all go scrambling up forward. He gives that ball a ride. He's lofted it. It's high. It's coming down on about just inside the 30. Where is it now? We're all looking for it, trying to get onto that one there, and it's Pinello. Pinello sends a backhand. First round onto it, but we get a whistle on the play. And we'll have a spot penalty here now. And you can see on this fantastic replay on this side here now as the player comes around in front of Pinello. So we have a spot penalty, a penalty 5 in favour of Habtor to be brought in by Juan Jauretche. Juan taps it up forward here now. Juan gets up that one up to Ferry. Now he fizzes out here now for Pinello, trying to get onto this one first. There's Lukin, but Pinello's onto it. He's got Araja in behind. He's got Jauretche going up forward. You hear that call, and that ball gets fizzed up forward. Who's got the pace? Who's got the legs here now? And we have Jauretche, and we have Pitowski coming onto it. It's a beautiful straight. Oh, he didn't quite get enough straight onto that and shows too much of it to Beresford, who closes that back door once again. Picked up on the near side here, or tries to do so. Does Lukin, and Mather comes in and carries this forward, but we do get a whistle on the play. Umpires just discussing that one first, I think. We're looking for possibly a little bit of advantage. Let's see what we have on the replay here now. Comes in onto that one. And so, let's see what the umpires take out of this one there. Lukin just scurrying off just to go and use this opportunity to quickly go and change ponies. And the ball's being dropped down here now for a penalty 4. A 60-yard penalty in favour of Habtor. We'll see these replays once again. So the ball being teed up there by Jauretche and Pinello. Let's see which one they want. They decide he wants the other one. Flicks that one back out of the way here now. And it looks like it's going to be Juan Jauretche to take this one here now. Not Pinello. 8.5 to 9 to score. 4 minutes 18 on the clock it is. He drives, he shoots, it's high, it looks straight, it looks straight, it looks very straight indeed. A beautiful goal there by Juan Jauretche, taking up the penalties there from Pinello, make it 9.5 to 9. So the two teams back to the middle of the field and 4 minutes left to play here in the 5th and final chukker as Matthias looks to line these two teams up. Gets his pony in place and there off we... Oh, we get a whistle on that play. And now, ladies and gentlemen, it looks like we have a spot penalty here now in favour of Habtor for a little bit of interference or non-compliance, as it were, in the line-out. So let's see who's going to be taking this one. It's Juan Jauretche to bring it in. Juan Jauretche circling around here now. 9.5 to 9 it is, 3:51 on the clock. An opportunity here now as Juan Jauretche comes forward up onto the play. He gives that ball a ride, and up over the front it comes. He's looking there for Araja. Araja's been taken off out of that one there by Beresford, and Beresford opens up the backhand, first round up onto it. It is going to be Lukin. Lukin out towards the side, doing hard chase there by Pinello. Checks up, looks to come back inside, does so. Sees he's got players gone up forward. This is a serious end of the day it is. He goes forward, he gets a little bit too much under that one there, and he can't get onto it, but Pinello can. Pinello, he knows he's got Pitowski in there somewhere, loitering, lurking, comes in up onto the play, but Potofsky comes in, ties that right off perfectly. Pinello not happy with it, but unfortunately couldn't pick up the next play, but Beresford does, and he fizzes it up out the front door here now for Potofsky. Potofsky going goalward bound here now, carries that ball a little bit further forward. Once again, he's spoiled in his play there. Next two cancelling each other out, and it is going to be Pinello. He knows that Tommy's there somewhere, so he's looking for a little bit of help out, and Tommy comes in, looks to spoil it, but Pinello comes back onto it once more. Backhand in there by Potofsky. Backhand back in towards the goal. It is there, but it's going to be Araja. Cuts it. Good angle now for Pinello to come on to. Sends it a bit further. Who's round on first? Gets going. It's Haurechi. Haurechi fizzes that one out the front door here now for Mohamed Abtor. Mohamed Abtor being chased there by Potofsky. Mohamed up over the halfway line. Mohamed once again gets a good driving shot. He's going to have to go back with him. It's Potofsky, but does he leave his man? It's Mohamed Abtor straightening it up here now. No, has he got enough to carry on? No, Potofsky's got other ideas and spoils that one and takes it away from the goals. First onto it, Mohamed comes in, but it's stolen away there by Potofsky on the near side. Saving the day once again does Federico von Potofsky. Feddy waits for his man, see who's behind him, takes it forward himself. He's got Lukin giving him protection. He comes up there by Haurechi. First up onto this one here is Matha. Matha comes in, gets hooked out by Mohamed, and the backhand comes in by Pinello. But it's
Polo.tv. Here we go. We're live, and with that, once again, a warm welcome. Good afternoon, Samoritz. How we feeling? Make some noise. That's about 6 of you, but there are 60,000. Once again, Samoritz, how are we feeling here this afternoon? It's more like it, but there is still room for improvement. With that, we'd like to welcome you back for what has already been an exceptional second day of this, the 39th edition of the Snow Polo World Cup 2024. And before I hand you over to my dear friend and colleague, John Ken, I'd like to let everybody to my left know in the grandstand seating. And if you are sitting in a grandstand where you might be thinking that you're floating, we should be charging you extra for that swimming pool, but no worries, that is just quite normal for a certain amount of water to come up through the ice. The thickness of the ice is thick enough, so please do not be alarmed. Just please be careful when you leave the grandstands that you don't slip, but there is absolutely no danger, nothing to be concerned about. I actually said to Reto, we should maybe have a wet t-shirt competition. He's thinking about that idea, and he will come back to me on that a little bit later. I'd like to now once again introduce you to my dear friend and co-commentator all the way from Calgary. Good afternoon, Mr. John Kent.
Good afternoon, welcome back. We have the second semi-final of the day just about to get underway, and what a match this could be. Samoritz taking on Makaj, and of course, the local favourites for Kushnap practice. They are awaiting for winners of this game. The bell is going. We're going to ask both sets of players now to make their way out in front of us here by the goalpost, and then the second of our 2 semi-finals will be underway, the third and final contest of this second day of the Snow Polo World Cup here at Samoritz.
So, players are making their way out, and of course, what we will do is we will introduce them to you again. So, ladies and gentlemen, players are coming out, a lot to play for, and as John just said, Team Makaj would like to once again send out a very special warm welcome to Tanya Golescic, the Chief Executive. Where are you, Tanya, and the entire crew of Makaj? Great to have you with us. And of course, from the San Moritz Tourismus AG, the Chief Executive, Mariana Jakic. Also, a very good afternoon to you, young lady, as the players now make their way out onto the lake for, as John was saying, our second semi-final and our third penalty shootout of the day. And within these two teams, we have a young man from South Africa making his debut here in San Moritz. He's been here on many occasions as a spectator. Great to see him in the saddle, the captain, Jonathan Tidswell Pretorius. And also making her debut from America, the captain from Makaj team, Lydia Gauss. We will, of course, introduce you to both of the two teams and their players. Once they line up, we'd like to have one team on the left of the goalposts, please, and one on the right. And John, we've got a young man out there by the name of Tito Gaudenzi, winner of this prestigious tournament the last 2 years running. He, of course, desperate and very keen to try and make it 3 in a row.
Yeah, a couple of players came into this tournament with that chance, as we just call the team in red over to the other side, the left as we see it, of the goalpost. But as you said, young Tito Gaudenzi came in with a chance of winning 3 in a row, as did Adrian Laplacette, who we saw earlier. Now Tito Gaudenzi, the last of the two standing, has a look there, puts his fist up in the air. What a chance it is for him. What an opportunity as well to play alongside Pallon.
Indeed it is. So, as the players line up, ladies and gentlemen, before we introduce you to the teams, could I ask everybody once again?
Yes, once again, a big hand for Jan-Erik Frank and John from Cowdrey, our speakers today. And as it is a tradition, we will, before the semifinals and before the finals, play the national anthem. So please, ladies and gentlemen, rise for the Swiss national anthem. Thanks very much.
Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. A round of applause, if you please, for the Swiss national anthem. And now, without any further ado, let me start by introducing you from right to left. Remember, we have a young lady present, and ladies in our book always come first. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome, all the way from the USA, making her debut, the captain of Team Macage. Give it up for Lydia Ghost! At number 2, ladies and gentlemen, give it up for the one and only Jack Hyde! Making his 3rd appearance here in St. Moritz from Argentina, the 7-goaler, Cedro Strada! And from England, ladies and gentlemen, no stranger, he played here back in 2014. Please welcome Mr. Ryan Pemble.
And against them, in the red shirts of Team St. Moritz, top of the world, I am going to mention his name, but he is just waiting for another horse. But it's the MVP from the opening day from South Africa, Jonathan Tiswell Pretorius. Great to see you back out here today, Jonathan. Playing at number 2, we've already mentioned 2-time winner, Tito Gaudenzi. And number 3, the 10-goaler, one of the greatest players of his generation from Uruguay, Pallon Sterling. And playing at back, the young man from Spain, Pelayo Berizadi.
And ladies and gentlemen, please be so kind and also put your hands together for the 4 gentlemen in the striped shirts, our official umpires, led, of course, by the legend, Mr. Oliver Ellis. Good afternoon, Oliver Ellis. Then we have Charles Seville and Mark Holmes from England, and Cesar Ruiz Gunazu, the young man from Argentina. Those are your 4 umpires. Up here, of course, we have our senior official, Christian Dunkerberg. Good afternoon to you, sir. And as I'm sure John has mentioned already before, remember, you can watch all the action exclusively and live and for free on our official live streamer, pololine.tv. A very good afternoon to that crew as well, and Sebastian, who's up here, making sure that we get all the coverage. So, here we go then. They've tossed a coin. John, who do you think is going to start? It looks like the team in the dark jerseys, Team Makaj.
Yep, Team Makaj, I heard them. They were wanting to take the loudest supporters of the day title off the Kushnap practice, so we expect to hear the Team Makaj supporters throughout this penalty shootout, but it is going to be, it looks like, Ryan Pemble to be the first to step up. Remember, 2 penalties from each distance, 30 yards out, and then it looks like 40 yards out as they step up now. Pemble. Just going to keep us waiting. Increase that level of tension in the crowd.
Well, it was Reto himself who told me the best play is foreplay, so let's just wait how long they need Ryan Pemble to go. I think we're about ready. And I believe, yep, he's getting on his pony. Jonathan Tidwell Pretorius, the South African, now on a fresh pony, and as soon as the umpire calls play, Ryan Pemble will take his first of his 2 shots on goal. And Samaritch, you've been a great crowd, as you are every year. Please don't let us down now in this, our 3rd penalty shootout of the day, and a very important one, because as John was saying, this is the 2nd semi-final. We know who's already in that final. John, remind us, who's waiting for the outcome of this match tomorrow?
The Kushnap practice band of supporters in the crowd. They are awaiting for winners of this game, the Snow Polo World Cup final. Take place tomorrow here on the lake as we just await Jonathan Tidwell Pretorius on the far side still. What do you be thinking if you have a Kushnap practice in the stand now?
I would probably be thinking, with so much confidence which they displayed in that penalty shootout, just bring it. I'm sure they're not going to be fussed, whoever they're up against. But I've heard the whistle. Let's now focus on Ryan Pemble taking his first penalty shot here for Team Makaj. And that's how you do it, ladies and gentlemen. That is how it's done. Ryan Pemble opening up his scoring account here for Team Makaj. And as I said, I'd like to say it again, good afternoon, the lovely Tanya Golevcic, the chief executive of Makaj. She's all the way from the Great White North, but she lives in New York. She always says that to me, I know, but she's from the Great White North. And for those of you who don't know what that means, it means Canada. Right, shot number 2, Pemble. Just teeing the ball up the way he likes it. And then let's see if he can make it 2-0. And I'm sure when Jonathan comes out there, he did so well yesterday. Right, that ball. Yep, it's the red one he wanted. It's the red one he got. Here we go then. Ryan Pemble to make it 2-0.
Pemble with the strike. It's curling, it's curling. Oh, it's off the post.
Unlucky then, Tristan, unlucky. We thought we might see a little bend it like Beckham, but it didn't quite happen. So, the first of the Samaritch top of the world player coming out there now. That is the number 1, and if I'm not mistaken, yeah, it's the man from Sweden, Niklas Johansson. Yeah, relax yourself, he's only Swedish. Here we go. Johansson. Look at this, look at this, look at this, look at this. Forget Billy the Bookshelf, it's Johansson who picks up the first score here for Samaritch, top of the world.
How about that for coolness? He didn't take part in the penalty shootout. A late replacement here for Jonathan Tidwell Pretorius coming in, and he just slotted that one straight through. No nerves whatsoever as he steps up again.
Oh, look at this. This looks straight, ladies and gentlemen. This looks straight, and he did a Nico San Roman.
How about that for coolness? He watched Nicolas Sanroman in that first penalty shootout, or the second one, I should say, the first semi, just putting it over the line, and he did exactly the same there. What a start it has been for Samoritz, top of the world.
Right, now if I'm not mistaken, and if my eyes don't deceive me, we are going to see the captain, Lydia Gauss, making her way to that spot, that 30-yard spot. And I'm pretty sure that she's got the support of the entire Macaj crew. It's about 8,500 of them that have descended from all corners of the world, of course. Yes, and of course, ladies and gentlemen, don't forget we have the Macaj stand right here behind us next to Endersport, where you can also pick up from Casablanca a shirt. But now let's focus on this first penalty by the captain herself, Lydia Gauss. As I said, making her debut from the United States of America. She's just eyeing up that goalpost. Play is called. Here we go then. Best of one.
Lydia Gauss with the penalty. It's going close, oh, just wide to the right-hand side. Unlucky Lydia Gauss, but she will step up again and have a second opportunity.
Exactly, all is not lost. One shot to warm up, and the second one, I'm sure, will go through. So as I said, go and there are such a lovely crew at Macaj. Go and see them this afternoon when you stroll across the lake. Right next to Endersport, which of course are also displaying all of our official merchandise. A big thank you to Stephen Alexander and his crew from Casablanca. But now, shot number 2 from the captain, Lydia Gauss.
Lydia Gauss it is. This one looks good. Let's hear it. Team Macaj. Lydia Gauss gets one on the board.
And look at that. She's happy. Give her a round of applause, everybody. She's delighted that she has to be so. That was a cracking goal. No mistake there.
So no mistake there by Lydia Gauss, making it 2 goals apiece.
Indeed. So let's. Are we live? It's working. The satellite is still where it should be. This is the way to making a technician nervous. Wait, stop. That's when they start panicking. What the battery? What is gone? It's all working. It's all working. Here we go then. Number 2, Tito Gaudenzi. Remember, back-to-back winners, John. A lot of pressure.
Can he find himself in that third final? Gaudenzi, oh. He was confident.
Another one
It
bites
looked
the
good,
dust.
but it just went wide to the left and Freddie Mercury sings.
Another one bites the dust. In this case, another one bites the snow. Don't you know? So, but he's got another chance. And once again, my advice would be just grip it and rip it. Don't think about it. Just get the job done. And he's a very, very strong hitter, is that Tito Gaudenzi. Probably one of the strongest hitters I've seen in my polo career. He can knock that ball into another postcode on a good day. Here we go then. Shot number 2 from 30 for Tito Gaudenzi.
It's close. It's close. Oh, that right-hand goal post has been a nemesis all day long to some of these players.
Well, I was just wondering, do you think somebody moved it, or do you think it's been there all afternoon?
I'm going to say someone moved it. That was looking good. And the goalpost got him away.
So, Macaj coming back out. Can they capitalize on this little advantage? Now then, this young man, Jack Hyde, his father, the prof, the only man in the history of this tournament to have lifted the beautiful trophy 7 times. We have 3 5-time winners here, but this young man, Jack Hyde, will want to do his father proud. And if he's watching, good afternoon, Prof. Hope you're enjoying the action here. And I'm sure you're wishing your boy all the very best. He has, of course, represented England on many, many occasions. And it's great to see that the Hyde legacy continues here through young Jack Hyde.
Jack Hyde, team casual. It's curling. And Snow, it's just leaning his balls to the right-hand side.
It is, and you know what? I mean, he moved over far enough. So he obviously had that, you know, on in his sights. Maybe he needs to move over a little bit further. But yeah, as you said, that goalpost from our side, the right, from the player's side, the left, if you weren't superstitious, you'd think it'd be jinxed. So it could also be, if you look at the flags over there, there's a slight breeze. So chance number 2 for Jack Hyde. That's more like it, ladies and gentlemen. Come on, Makaj. Jack Hyde. Well done, Jack. Picking up his first goal and putting Makaj in the lead by 3 goals to 2.
As if he listened to you as the expert, he actually aimed, I think, wide of a left-hand goalpost that time. Went straight through the middle. Is that the trick?
So, another one of those red players, a young man from Spain, also making his debut. 5-goaler, Pelayo Berazari. You know him a little bit better than I do, I believe, John.
A really familiar player over in Sottogrande, Pelayo Berazari. So accomplished from this kind of position on grass. Now, can he bring it out here in this second semi-final? His first time on the greatest show on snow here in St. Moritz. Berazari. With the penalty, he's gone for that goalpost. He wasn't listening to you, he's hit it wide.
Another one bites the dust.
Very unlucky, and of course, for those of you who follow polo, you know that Spain won the FIP European Championships last summer in Dusseldorf and the World Championships, so they are at the moment the team to beat. Let's see if he can make goal number 2 count and draw level with Makaj.
Steps up again, little bit of a half swing through the middle of the goal. And St. Moritz top forward, let's hear it for the home side. They make it 3 goals apiece there in the second semi-final.
So, all to play for, nothing gained, nothing lost. And yeah, as you said, they now move the ball back. Beg your pardon, we have one more shot to take by Makaj. And that will be the man from Argentina, highest handicap player in that team, 7-goaler, Cedro Strada, making his 3rd appearance here on the frozen lake of St. Moritz. Play is called. And that, ladies and gentlemen, that's how you do it. Put your hands together. Isidro Strada, cool as a cucumber. And no messing about, just aim, shoot and fire, and he scores.
Absolutely pumped that one through the center of the goal. Cedro Strada, one of a band of young and up-and-coming Argentine players really making their mark on the European stage. Ooh, his horse just making life a little bit tricky for him.
I think it's that blue line again. Remember, we saw that yesterday. Some of the ponies, they feel slightly spooked by the blue line. So this is where the rider needs to reflect the confidence through the pony. And he does just that, ladies and gentlemen. That is how it's done again. A round of applause for Senor Strada from Argentina.
Now, what about this player stepping up now? David Pallon Sterling, the Uruguayan. He is truly one of the greatest players of a generation. 10 goals everywhere in the world, has won everything from the Argentine Open, the British Open, pretty much every single major tournament in the world. And now this man bringing his talents here to St. Moritz for the first time.
No, it is, it's very special to have him with us here. And again, that of course is a reflection of how much these players want to play here, even if it's just once in their lifetime. And but he also not made of wood.
After that build-up, you thought he might do us a favour there and put it through the middle, but it'll come again. It won't put him off, but it is going to be Team Macaj, whether this goes in or wide. They are going to have the advantage at the halfway point of this second semi-final penalty shootout. Sterling always gone wide, the same goal. So Pallon Sterling, after the big build-up, just sent those 2 shots wide. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is what pressure can do to you. Pallon Sterling puts it wide. So Macaj at the halfway point, advantage to the team in black.
Indeed. So, let's see how St. Moritz, top of the world, will respond. And let's see if Macaj can make the most of this little mini break, if you will, and extend their lead. And you can see they've all worked out where the wind is coming from. Ryan Pemble taking that ball out even further. Well, from where we're standing to the left, from where he's standing to the right. And I'm sure he'll be aiming for the near post, giving himself the room for that far post. Here we go then, Ryan Pemble with his first shot from 50 yards.
Pemble, he has aimed for it. It's curling, but he hasn't quite found the curl. You can see exactly what he was thinking there.
Yeah, that was clever thinking, and just when you needed the little wind, the wind just thought, you know what, I'm going to go and have some lunch. So, clever thinking from Ryan Pemble, and he will have his second chance.
Kushnap practice sitting in the stand. We're still seeing those white jackets, waiting to see who they will be playing in that big showpiece final come tomorrow. Still plenty of opportunities of both sides to claim that place. Went to the other goalpost.
Another one bites the dust.
Came back, and it's gone wide to the right-hand goalpost. So the advantage at the halfway point. There's a chance here, and it looks like it is going to be the man from Sweden again, Nicholas Johansson, stepping up. 2 out of 2 from 30 yards out. Can he repeat the trick now from a little bit further back? And if he does, we're going to be all tied up again.
Indeed we are, and the way he came out for those first 2 shots, he's a kind of no-nonsense kind of penalty taker. You see, he just wants to get on with it, and no messing about with teeing up the ball. He's quite happy for the umpire to do so. Here we go then. Niklas Johansson for St. Moritz, top of the world. Well, ladies and gentlemen, give him a round of applause. Definitely a big A for effort there for Niklas Johansson.
Step up confident after that.
Yeah.
He only just went wide. Game of inches out here on the snow.
Indeed it is. So, attempt number 2.
So he's repeated the trick, and it's just gone a little bit further wide. So 2 out of 2 from the 30, but unable to convert from the further distance. So it remains Team Makaj with the advantage here as we head towards the closing stages of his big second final.
Yeah, but you know what, John? It keeps the suspense high. I mean, the anticipation, the excitement, the crowd. You can see some of them biting their nails, wanting an early answer here. Absolutely amazing, the atmosphere here this afternoon.
Yeah, and you can really feel it's stepped up a notch since that break at lunchtime.
So, Lydia Gauss. Is she going to show the boys how it's done?
We saw her first time round just take a couple of little circles round, making herself comfortable, making sure the ball was teed up. This time going a bit more straight to it.
Here we go. Walking up to the ball. Head down. Hang on, hang on, hang on, hang on, hang on, hang on!
Look at that by Lydia Gauss. Let's hear from the crowd. Let's hear for Lydia Gauss and Team Makaj. They are stretching that lead out in front. She's got to come back. She's doing a little lap of honor for the fans on the far side. But it's Lydia Gauss coming back.
Yeah, you need another one. You need another one, Lydia, but oh, she's happy. She is happy. Ladies and gentlemen, forget the Spice Girls. This is real girl power right here. Number 2. I hope the boys are watching. I mean, that really would be an incredible achievement, making their debut appearance and going straight through to the final. But we're not there just yet. Here we go then, Lydia Gauss with shot number 2. Wait for it, wait for it, wait for it! Well, it doesn't matter, ladies and gentlemen. 1 out of 2 is a lot better than some of the boys. Give her a round of applause, Lydia Gauss. Exactly. 3 out of 4. Well done, Lydia. So, now the pressure is on, and here he comes, the big hitter, Tito Gaudenzi.
Tito Gaudenzi, winner of the last 2 versions of this Snow Polo World Cup. He played with Adrien Laplacette last year and the year before. He was looking for 3 in a row. He's no longer standing. It's only Tito Gaudenzi who has a chance to become the first player in history to do that, but they are up against it. They trail by 3. He's going to really need to get both of these, you feel?
And I know Tito, he's going to try and send this one all the way to Zermatt. You watch.
And
Another one bites the dust.
with his 2 penalties earlier on from the closer distance, just wide to the right.
Yeah, a little bit unlucky there. Bouncing ball, it could have possibly just bounced inward, but he was a little bit unlucky. So, second attempt for the Swiss American from 50 yards.
So Gaudenzi, just slow walk up to the ball. Hits it, this time he's gone for the other goalpost, he's got the hang of it, and San Moritz, top of the world. They are still in this second final, still every chance of facing the Kushnab practice in the big showpiece final tomorrow. But up steps Makaj again.
And that is young Jack Hyde. All the way from the Royal County of Berkshire. Yeah, don't hold back, people. Do not hold back. Remember, he wants to do his his dad proud, and I'm sure he is very proud of his son so far. Here we go then. Jack Hyde.
Curled back in. It curled back in. I thought it was going where we've seen so many go before. But that one took a curl left and it's gone through the center of the goal.
Well done, Jack. Well done indeed. Kept his head down, followed through nicely, and probably has the sound of his father in his head, in his ears, saying, just get on with it, Jack, just get on with it. So, shot number 2 then for young Jack Hyde. Nearly said Jack Sparrow there.
Similar hairstyle. Jack Hyde steps up, but this time it's gone wide left. So 7 goals for Menage. They still lead. And the mathematicians among us, they begin to wonder what needs to happen from here on in.
But ladies and gentlemen, let's give that young player another round of applause. Well done, Jack Hyde, scoring 1 out of 2. Well done, Jack. Now then, coming out with the number 4, the young man from Spain. Let's hope. Well, he's from Spain, but he's playing for St. Moritz, yes, but thank you. Yes. And also he's putting the ball a little bit further out to the, well, from his point of view, the right-hand side, from our point of view, the left. Here we go then, Pelayo Berazadi.
Pelayo steps up, he aims for the left, and it's gone against the goalpost. Urging on, it's there through the goal. You were just waiting to see what way the ball had bounced, and it bounced over the goal line. So, St. Moritz, they have 3 penalties left. Macaj, they've got 2. So they really need Pelayo Berazadi to repeat his trick once again, trailing by 2.
Indeed they do. Oops. As they say, una más, one more. Looks good, looks good, looks good. ¡Qué golazo!
Berazadi, he makes it 7 goals to 6 now. Cedro Strada, those 2 last penalties, they got to be up there, the most confident penalties, the best 2 penalties we've seen. He just needs to repeat that, get 2 again, and his side, they will be in the final. Miss just 1, and that 10-goal player, Palon Sterling, he will have a chance to bring them back in it.
Yep. So, let's see where this goes, because this could. It's a little bit of like a box of chocolates. You never know what you're going to get. Here we go then, to possibly seal the deal.
Not bad.
Not bad at all. And Macaj, I think they can smell that they might be through here. He wants to seal it now. Another shot on goal from that man with the number 3, the 7-goaler from Argentina.
Seems intent on taking the wind out of the situation through power.
Yep.
Sounds simple. So for a place in the final, Cedro Strada, Macaj.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, there it is. They came, they conquered, they saw, and that is the way you do it. But we would like to see St. Moritz please continue. We haven't finished just yet, thank you. We would still like to see. Yeah, we still need St. Moritz please to take your penalty shots. From a ranking point of view, they congratulate Macaj, that is sportsmanship, and they know that they still have a job to do. So, 9 goals to 6 as it stands.
But ranking important, 2 more shots. Like we said, we know our 2 finalists, but then it becomes a case we do have the 3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th place playoffs taking place tomorrow. That will all come down to games won, goals scored. So really important here that Polon Sterling makes these 2 count. Sterling aims for the left through the center. Polon Sterling for Samarit, top of the world. Gets goal number 7. Like we say, it won't be enough for a place in the final, but they will want to be in that 3rd and 4th place playoff, and another goal here for Polon Sterling would give them every single chance of doing just that.
And remember, ladies and gentlemen, please do join us after this semi-final, as you did before, over at the prize presentation stand for the prize giving. We'll just wait for that second shot. Take it away, John.
Polon Sterling makes it 9 goals to 8. Just inside the left-hand goalpost, and I have just had it confirmed to me. That will be them in the 3rd and 4th place playoffs, so really important there for Polon Sterling. But let's hear it again for both sides, but it will be Team Makaj in the final tomorrow.
Indeed, ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together for the captain, Lydia Gauss, Jack Hyde, Ryan Pemble and Isidro Estrada. They are your finalists. Now please join us, if you would, over behind the Tower of Power next to the media tent for the prize presentation. And let us also remind you that tomorrow the action continues. Finals day of the 39th Snow Polo World Cup Samarits 2024. The action starts tomorrow at 11 o'clock. Thank you.
Max power, I'm about to go bigger and better. If I ever lose, set it on faster than ever. If I ever lose, set it on bigger and better. Hitting roller coaster can bigger, bolder, faster. I'm going to the maximum. I'm going to the maximum. I'm going to the maximum. I'm bigger, bolder, faster.
It all starts with a flower. Fill your world with wonder.
Welcome to the world of exquisite Swiss luxury with Caviar Leary. A unique anti-aging creation harnessing the intrinsic value of caviar to create the ultimate luxury of youth, vitality, beauty, and irresistible appeal. Caviar Leary is the ultimate luxurious necessity for those who aspire to be young, vibrant, and beautiful, regardless of their age. Let there be cellular miracle, the legendary Caviar Leary.
Pazifik, a kli Sonnen am Grins.
Viertelchen Wind.
Tschatschen.
Weißt du, was das Pazifischste ist?
Was?
Ein Winterschlaf.
Du kannst doch nicht... Jetzt macht er einen Winterschlaf.
Wo bin ich? Wow, ich träume.
Du bist im Fall wach.
Überall gelassen.
Du schlafst nicht.
Sonne am Rücken. Das ist mein Wintertraumland.
Es ist Graubünden.
Jetzt doch nicht tanzen. Viertelblut.
Nein!
In Graubünden ist alles Pazifik. Ihre Winterferien werden es auch sein. Alles über Pazifik auf graubünden.ch.
wanted to find out delicious selection of teas and artisan desserts. Everyone was so welcoming. We had this wonderful gourmet dinner at Le Soupière.